Welcome everyone. We have Pradiman with us, and we're going to do a one mock interview with him. And please do watch till the end because towards the end we're going to do the feedback and the entire analysis of how the things has gone, what he could have done it much better, and what went right. Okay, so let's start. Um, Pradiman, please start telling me about yourself.
Okay, so hi Deepak, thank you for this great opportunity. I have more than 3 years of experience in data engineering, mainly focus on PySpark, SQL, and Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. Uh, I have built a scalable ETL pipelines, optimize the ETL workflow and ensuring the high quality data to be transferred for
Understood.
business
Understood.
critical analytics.
Okay, all that understood. Now, Pradiman, uh, tell me something about your project.
Yeah. Okay. So my project is regarding like a finance domain. So in that we are following the Metallican architecture. So basically we are following like we have three layers, bronze, silver, gold. So we have different upstream systems. So in a upstream system we have SQL Server, which is on-prem. Then we are getting some data through the API, and some data we are directly receiving to our data lake
Okay,
directly.
understood.
Yeah.
Now, if you're making this medallion architecture, are you using ADF?
Yes.
Okay, are you using Databricks?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Shall we talk around the Spark database? Will that be okay?
Yes. Yes.
Perfectly fine. Okay, great. Now, why we consider the data frame as immutable in the Spark world? What is the prime reason behind it?
Okay. So uh, basically we can like we can use we are using this data frame Azure Data Factory for the ingestion purpose mainly. Then in that we can do parameterization to just automate the whole ETL process. And yeah, in Databricks we can use for the complete complicated transformation.
One second. एडिटर मैं भूल ही गया हूँ अपन ने रिकॉर्डिंग तो स्टार्ट ही नहीं करी है अच्छा रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट है तो एक काम करते हैं एडिटर प्लीज इसको कट कर लेना क्योंकि बीच में फोन आ गया था ओके ठीक है एडिटर कट कर लेगा स्टार्ट आंसरिंग दिस क्वेश्चन अगेन प्लीज
ये क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली could you please repeat, like I didn't understand
वो
immutability.
क्वेश्चन हटा ही देते हैं ठीक है एडिटर पिछला वाला क्वेश्चन हटा देना शुरू से शुरू करते हैं ओके फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सर ओके imagine that you have a Databricks, okay, and you are writing your code into some notebook, okay. Are you using the Python, Scala, or what?
PySpark, like Python, PySpark.
Imagine that I want to write a code in the Java, in the Databricks notebook.
Okay.
Is it possible? Not
Yeah,
possible.
is it possible?
Is it possible to write a Java code
Yeah.
in Databricks notebooks?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, imagine you are writing in the Python only. Okay,
Okay.
when you are writing your code and you try to execute your pipeline, sorry, execute
Okay.
your notebook. Okay. Now, in the notebook, when you execute your cell, below there's some links comes up. Job one, job two, job three, like that. What are those?
Like basically, as per my understanding, that is like Spark splitting this transformation into the stages, and that job one, job two is like that only, like stages. First transformation, then second, then
Spark.
action.
So one job for every stage, or one job has multiple stage. How it goes?
One job has multiple stage. Like basically, in
So then,
when we
how
are
many? Why
trying.
you see the multiple jobs then? You said, I mean, you run up three lines of a code. Imagine line one,
Okay.
line two, line three. Okay, for example,
Yeah.
let's say you have a data frame dot select, data
Yeah.
frame filter, and data frame dot show. Okay,
Hmm.
three functions:
Hmm.
select, filter, row. Sorry, filter and show. Now,
Yeah.
how many jobs it will come in this case?
Okay. So in this case, I guess it will show like two. First one is regarding that select and transformation, like filter condition, and result output will be show in dot show.
Okay, so how many jobs will be there? Two jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you tell me what is the difference between the actions and the transformation?
Okay. So like Spark delay the transformation until an action is called.
Okay,
Till then, it is just creating the tag uh, of that our code.
okay. So the example which we have seen little before, that show, filter, and select. How many transformation and how many action was there?
So transformation will be one filter, uh, and action is show like
Select,
select is just means transformation we can say.
we can say,
No,
or
sorry, it is action. Action. Sorry.
select is an action.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. This makes sense. Okay, समझ में आता है, like that action transformation. But why under the hood Spark wanted to design in this manner? What is the reason behind it?
Okay. So basically, in a Spark architecture, it is like when we are submitting any job to the Spark. So it is just first thing, it is just cluster manager allocating the resources, required resources. Then a driver program will split our job into stages, and that will be submitted to the executor. So just for the like we can say quick output or just faster query execution, Spark just splitted this all the things into the like different executors. So yeah, on that basis
Ridhiman,
it will just
Ridhiman,
yeah.
question was not about how the Spark split. The question was
Okay.
about why we have the transformation and action separately.
Okay. So yeah, like when we are just doing any transformation, so it is just creating a DAC first thing. For that, we like we have different that transformation and action.
Understood. DAG and all understood. My primary question is why somebody wanted to do like this? Why Java, .NET, Python, other people are not doing it, and why Spark only do this? What is the reasoning behind it?
Okay. Uh, okay. Basically, in like I'm just get a bit confused, but yeah, in transformation, we are just doing all the required actions like transformation, whatever it is, filter or map, whatever it will be. In action, we are just collecting that result or count, and we are just returning it.
Okay, no worries. Now, this transformation done, this action get done. Okay, now imagine you have to write this data frame out. Okay, so you have to write this data frame or to save this data frame, right? You said in your project you are using the medallion architecture, right? So you are
Yeah.
saving your data frame somewhere, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Where and how?
So in it, yeah. So basically, after transformation, we are storing this data in our Azure data lake. Okay, in
How?
our like silver layer. Yeah.
How?
So how? So basically, we are just writing that like data frame, right? That particular like will pass the file name, and then we can just use mode we want to append or we want to overwrite, and then we will just pass the particular path where we have to save, or else we can save this in our delta table as well, or as per our requirement we are doing
You
that.
said something about the mode, that override
Yeah.
mode, and what you said other
uh, Append.
append mode. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, imagine that you are writing a data frame. Okay, one file is already there in the folder earlier,
Mm.
and you said that folder is append. Okay,
Okay.
so when we say append, will this new data get added within the same file or not? What will happen
Yes,
that
it
happen?
will add. Yeah, append will just inserting the data and in existing file.
Okay, okay, understood. Now, you said that we can do write as a file or we can write it as a delta table, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is this delta table?
So like a delta table is basically we are we can say it is just built on top of a delta lake. Okay, uh, providing the
Delta
properties like
table built on top of delta lake. Okay,
delta. Yeah.
okay. So what I mean, any other type of table also there within this Spark?
No, like we are using basically this delta live streaming. Basically for that purpose we are using, like we have different like view streaming, that thing we are using.
I heard there is a Spark table also there. Is a Spark table and delta table is same?
uh, yeah, same.
Okay. Now imagine that you done with all your coding. Okay, you created your notebook, everything, you done transformation, action, writing, all done, everything is fine. Now you have to deploy this code to the UAT environment. How would you do that?
Okay. So, in our project, we are following Azure DevOps Git, which is our repository. So, we are just raising the pull request. Before that, we are just in branches, we will do the required changes. Okay. And then we are just do commit, and we are just pushing raising the request for a UAT environment. So DevOps team just taking care for.
Okay, makes sense. Have you ever written the CI/CD pipeline on your own?
No.
Okay, no worries. Now, have you worked on the ADF side as well?
Yes.
Okay. Now, should I ask anything on the ADF side as well?
Yeah.
Great. What kind of pipeline you have created in the ADF?
Uh, like like ingestion, transformation, and like just pushing for final data to.
Okay.
So in that we are
Give
using
me
data flow
any
as well.
example of give me any example where you have done some transformation pipeline. You talked about
Okay.
you have done the transformation pipeline. Just give me something about that
Yeah.
information.
Sure. Sure. So,
Yeah.
like as I told you, some data we are getting to the Azure data lake location. So from there we are just copying this in that. So for transformation purpose, we are using mapping data flow. So in that, we can use the first thing we have to give the source. In that, after that, we can apply the filter as per our requirement. So in that. We can just add joining conditions and all like other transformation as well, and then we are just write this into the sync.
So you are doing transformation into your ADF pipeline. Why you are not doing in the Databricks?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we are doing both places. If we have the small data or there is no critical transformation, for that purpose, we are using data flow. And for the larger data set or complicated business logic, which we need to implement, so for that purpose, we are using Azure Database.
Imagine a scenario. Okay.
Okay.
I have my table, which is into the on-prem. and I have to copy the data
Okay.
from on-prem to the cloud. Okay. I have to create a pipeline. Okay. Initially, on my on-prem system, the number of rows is 1 million. Okay. I have to copy the 1 million rows from my on-prem to the cloud. And
Okay.
every day, around 100,000 new rows get added up. Okay. So first time I
Okay.
have to pull all the 1 million rows. Next day, I have to pull only the new rows which is coming in. And that's how I have to design this entire pipeline. How I going to design this pipeline?
Okay.
Question is clear?
So, yes, right.
Okay.
So, basically for that, in SQL Server in on-prem, I'm imagining that we have the CDC column. Okay, yeah, so basically, if we are just enabling this, so in copy activity, in setting, we have the option of insert or update kind of thing. So with using that, we can do. Second thing, we can use watermark column. Like we'll store the watermark column in lookup activity, and then we just write a query in copy activity, as per the water column, just passing the conditions, and then we can do this same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the only steps needed or anything else is also needed?
Uh, yeah, basically these things we can do in Azure Data Factory. In Azure Data Fix also we can use upsert command. So that will help
Okay.
us.
Okay. Now, imagine another situation. Okay. I have a one system. Okay. I have a one third party system. That third, am I audible, Pradyuman?
Yes, yes, no. Yeah.
Yeah, your video got stuck. Okay. I have a one system, third party system, which keeps on sending me some files. Okay.
Okay.
On my blob storage. Okay. Every day around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something, it sends me the file. Okay. Now, as
Okay.
soon as the file comes, I have to copy this file data and push it into the database. Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have to design the ADF pipeline solution for this. How I would design.
Okay. So, basically, for this, we will just set up the source, our data set, and the same thing. So after that, in that we'll use like trigger as an event-based trigger. So first thing, in pipeline perspective, we'll create a pipeline for copy activity. For that, before that, we'll use get data activity to the check the all the files which are available in that particular folder. So after that we'll use for each activity, and in that we'll
Why
do
I need
apply
get
that.
data activity?
Okay, so if we have we have different files like txt, csv. So I guess we can there is no mandatory, but in the case of that scenario, or we have to pull specific files, so in that case we can use get metadata, or else if there is no such condition, we can directly use copy.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Uh, ठीक है. Have you ever worked on the metadata driven pipelines? ADF?
No,
Okay,
no.
no problem. Okay. Have you ever worked upon the integration runtimes?
Yes.
Okay. What are the different integration runtimes we have in ADF?
Okay. So basically, we have three integration runtime. first one is Azure integration runtime, which is like we are using for the cloud transformation, basically for Azure. With second thing, we have the self-hosted integration runtime, which is we are using for the on-prem or private network. And third one is Azure sys, that is we are using for sys package, or we can say it is for lift and shift purpose.
Okay. There is a fourth type of IR as well.
I guess auto thing, which by default it is created.
Okay. No worries. Awesome. So Pratibhan, thank you so much. Now we'll get into the second phase of this interview. That is the feedback and the analysis.
Yeah,
Okay. So how it went? It went
yeah,
good.
well, yeah,
Okay. ठीक है. My honest feedback. Okay, very honest feedback. No sugarcoating, nothing. Okay. Uh,
yeah,
your spark is something which you have to work a lot. Okay. You may know the things in the spark, but the problem is your concept. You have to talk. I mean, you have to learn the concept in a crystal clear manner. Right now, it is a lot of confusion. Okay. For example, we talked about the jobs. Okay, that how many jobs get created. You were a little bit right that multiple stages get created, but a job have multiple stages, right? That confusion was there that we have a multiple jobs. The job के अंदर stage होगा या stages within the job or job within these stages. Secondly, the transformation versus your action. Select is a transformation. Select is not an action. So that's a blunder. Okay, because वो job versus stage understood could be a complex, but select has to be the straightforward answer. Okay, so this should not be
yeah,
a mistake. Then I asked about uh, the transformation part, transformation versus why we need that transformation versus action thing. So the idea was behind this is that under the hood, Spark do the optimization like a predicate push down. And the intent here is it was not done very specifically in normal Java, C++, .NET kind of a stuff because there was no big data kind of a stuff is there. Here the big data kind of a stuff is there. A huge amount of a data is there. So Spark wanted to be more optimized for such a large data. So it tried to reduce as much as the effort as possible. So that's how it has been designed in that manner. Okay. So it could be very crystal clear that this is the intention of having the transformation versus the action. Append was completely wrong. I'm sorry. So when you set write into the mode and you try to append it, appending means is that it will not clean the folder and it will keep the earlier data and write a new data into a new file. It doesn't mean that it will open the previous file and append it inside it. No, the append mode means is the existing data, existing number of files will be there. It will append the new data in the new files.
new
Okay.
file.
It doesn't work like open the previous file and put everything inside it. That is not how it works. Okay. So that was not very clear. Delta table, maybe thodi gadbad thi. It was also a little bit, it was okay that it has been written on top of the your delta lake, but the explanation has to be more crystal clear, like HS transaction capability or the DML operation capability that brings in, or the time travel that brings in with the delta tables, which is not there, right? Another one was around the Spark tables. So normal Spark table does not allow you to do the DML operations, right? In normal plain Spark table, you cannot edit the rows or delete the rows, right? But the delta
Yeah,
table give you that feasibility. So that has to be crystal clear. CI/CD, the standard thing I asked, and then standard thing so that's fine. ADF is little better than the Spark. Okay, that ADF you did it. CDC was okay, but CVC could also be have been done in much better manner. Like you haven't talked about the self-hosted integration runtime there, right? Because it's an on-prem to the cloud. So I asked like, what are the different things which we need to take care? So beside that, the self-hosted IR is the something which is important to talk about it. Event trigger, you were right. That was not a problem. Again, somewhere, somehow we have seen that get metadata activity was a part of it in that example. But the question which I asked, the scenario which I said it, there it was not needed at all.
Yeah. Yes.
The get metadata activity was not needed until unless it was a part of the question. So it was unnecessary, got added up. So which could have been avoided. Azure integration runtime was okay. I tried to ask a straightforward question. So anyways, AZIR question was a pretty straightforward one. उसमें भी एक जो नया काफी टाइम से ऐड हो गया दैट इज एन एयर फ्लो सो दैट इज अ न्यू इंडिकेशन रन टाइम फॉर द एयर फ्लो दैट इज द फोर्थ वन ओके बट ठीक है
Yes.
ओके सो ओवरऑल आई मीन आई फील दैट you should work little more right now considering your experience. The expectation is anyways is lower, okay, because you had a 3 years of an experience. But I still feel that, like, you have to go ahead and you have to um, study little more, okay, so that your basics get done. Because right now it seems like your basic is something which is thoda miss here and there, okay. I think rest is fine. अभी थोड़ा practice क्योंकि when you work, you don't work on the theories and all, right? It happens.
Yeah.
So that's why it's completely fine. See, cracking an interview is a different and working is a different. These are two different things. Because if that was so easy, then everybody would have been switching. There are few people who still work for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, right? They don't go and search the company. The reason is simple because they feel that they are not interview ready, right? So
Yeah.
interview readiness is different and the working knowledge and working is different. So it's fine. थोड़ा time लगता है prepare होने में. That is okay. But please, you have to work on all this. And I think your Rediff part is better than your Spark part. और ये बहुत common है. This is pretty common. Spark सभी के लिए tough है. Everybody, you are not only the one. I talk to hundreds and thousands of the students, working professionals, and all of them has find it difficulty in the Spark world. Okay. So it's common. And that is why also the interviewer also asked about the same Spark thing because they also feel that this is the area where we can, uh, somehow we can trouble the interviewees. So it's fine. So go back, just study these basic stuff because a lot of things you already know. You have to just put everything right into the right place and then it works. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sure.
Great. It was amazing to talk to you, Pradhiman, and thank you so much for coming in because this would help others to learn from all of this. And thank you so much. I'll try to keep one more interview with you after like 10-15 days. So that we can see the transformation what you have done after this. So we'll do a one more round of an interview after 10-15 days. And please do let me know like if you're getting a calls and if you are getting in that the job
Yeah. Sure.
offers. And again, डिस्क्लेमर लाइक अभी तक तो ऐसा हुआ है हमेशा लाइक वेन एवर आई गो इन टू एंड टेक द मॉक इंटरव्यूज सबकी जॉब लगी गई है 10-15-20 दिन में
100%.
लग गई है सबकी फॉर्चुनेटली
Yeah. Same, I feel before you are like saying when I just got call from your team, so I just yeah, ensuring, yeah, I guess मेरी भी job लगने वाली है, like that.
टचवुड देखा कैसा है आपके जस्ट पहले आई वाज रिकॉर्डिंग अ वन मोर इंटरव्यू
Mhm.
one girl that you can see it on to the YouTube channel in some time. So I said the same thing to her, like, and then she told me into the background that she already have an offer. I was
Okay.
looking
No,
into
because yeah, in pipeline I have two interviews today, and also I have one interview which is second round, like final round.
awesome, awesome. कुछ तो हो ही जाएगा अच्छा.
बट थोड़ा सा मुझे एक एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन पूछना था कि मतलब मैंने मतलब ये इंटरव्यू आप रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर सकते हो या फिर वो कट होगा ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
हाँ, नहीं,
हाँ.
It's, let me let me stop here, and then thank you so much everyone who is watching this video. Please do keep following us and do subscribe, and I'll bring someone next after this to teach you a little more. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.